EA, Game Changers, your mother, your grandmother, your favorite cousin are all wrong. Stance matters. And I'm going to show you why in the next video. Welcome back to the Black Ice. Now, here's the thing, right? All over the years, I've always heard stance doesn't matter. But I've always told you, if you've been part of this channel, stance matter. Here's the thing. Stance matter has always mattered to me because it dictated how I moved in net. I wasn't playing against computers, so where I set up, how I moved mattered. So EA, Game Changers, all of them alike have said stance doesn't matter in terms of animation or your ability to make this a save. Well, this year, I can unequivocally tell you, EA, Game Changers, your mother, your grandmother, your favorite cousin are all wrong. Stance matters. And I'm going to show you why in the next video. It's been the Black Ice. Make sure you like, subscribe, because nobody else giving you this kind of content. Nobody else takes the kind of work it takes. You see my eyes? They're red. They're red because I've been playing this game for like 4 days straight. What? Stance matters. Check out the video. See you on the other side. Okay, so let's start off by saying this. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and all that. But I'm just going in here to show you that I don't just pull these things out of my butt. You know, I play a significant amount of games, and I don't play games with certain builds. I play 3 games with 5'10", 3 games with 5'11", 3 games with, I rotate them out. So my stats doesn't matter. But what matters is the amount of games and my ability to then face shots. I play with terrible people purposely so I can face shots and face situations and then understand how certain things work. So I've played 53 games already compared to a lot of people. I've had the game for about 4 days. But the difference is the shot count. What you'll see is the people who are ahead of me or have lower anything, they're not experimenting with builds, but my shots are twice as much as they are. So that's just, you know, validation in case you think I'm just making this up. No, I've spent a lot of time doing this for you guys to make sure you get it right when you start. Most people are going to get the game today or tomorrow, so we're going to make that good. So let's get right into it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you my favorite stance. My favorite stance for the last 3 years. It is not my favorite stance in this game. My favorite stance has always been stance 49. And if you follow the channel, you know it's because I set up well in it and it's easier for me to work with, right? So we're going to take stance 49 and we're going to quickly go in and show you the main differences this year. And we're going to use the same build for both. Now, the main difference that stance seems to always help with this year, it's the setting up, it's the rebounds, where they go, and the initiation of an animation, a critical animation, right? So what you're going to notice is, look at where this rebound goes, right? That rebound's going to go right back to that player. For some reason, the rebound is going to go right back to the skater. I do not know why, but they go right back to the skater. Maybe if you get the attribute later, the 5-hole attribute, it'll be better because he'll cover it better. But the rebounds, for some reason, stay in dangerous sixes places. They stay in dangerous sixes places. Now, I'm also doing this with the breakaway trait thing, so it's not that hard. And one thing, though, the computer shoots better than humans this year. So what you'll notice is the rebounds, typically you want the rebounds to do something like that. But what happens is the rebounds stay where they are and the initiation of the shot. Now, I like this stance because one push puts me here to the corner and I'm covered in multiple ways. I've always liked it for that. So if I'm going to, but look at where the rebounds are. If I'm going to change, you know, it has to be something that's significant because all my movements over the years have always been to make it so that I can move better. So you've seen that. I really should have taken the breakaway attribute off, but neither here nor there. So now we're going to show you what my favorite stance is. There's about 3 of them, but it's the idea of the stance, not really the stance. This is the one that works best for me. And that stance is as soon as this loads up. But that stance is stance 21. I've never been anywhere close to stance 21 playing this game, but that stance is stance 21. Why? The higher builds seem to initiate their save animations quicker, and the rebounds they cover a lot better. I don't know why, but basically any stance where you see the top of the goalie's head, you see where it's between those two bars, the green looking thing and the other column. Any stance that reaches where the height reaches up to that is a good stance in this game, because you'll see every other stance will drop down, and then we go stance 25. It's close, but not exactly there. Now, how I found this out was I started using the higher stance here. I started using 54 and 55, and I'm like, why is it moving better and seeming to make my guy make saves better, even though it's harder to navigate while I'm in net? For me, it's harder to navigate because I can't do one push. I got to do multiple pushes. So let's go back to stance 21 so I could show you. Again, this is easier to see in game, but I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. It takes about 50 games for me to really tell you any stance works, because I got to use a particular stance for more than 10 games. So let's go back in with the same build. And I'm going to show you initially why it's harder for me, but for me to take those steps. It's like my first push with this build does not go all the way over. I have to then make another movement to go all the way over. But I want you to look at where the rebounds are. The rebounds are either right at my feet, so the next shot has to go right into my body, or he has to take a movement to do it. All the rebounds are either away from the net, or they're right in front of me. And look at that animation. Look at that initiation of animation. When you play this game more, you'll see that that posts are hard to save if they have a high attribute on it. But look at the saves, all the saves, and look at the recovery. And I'm telling you, I got nothing in 5-hole and all that. The builds would come out at a different time. But the hardest thing to do the adjustment to is that first push doesn't go where I normally would. But look at the save animations I'm getting out of this stance. I do not understand it, and EA could tell you whatever they want. All the experts could tell you whatever they want. But I've been doing this for long enough. They wrong. They've been wrong, and they will always be wrong. But the save animations are just better. The rebounds are better. And those are the things when you play sixes you need. So I don't care if it was they're basing this on computerized players. I don't play against computers. I mean, look at the animations I'm getting. Just look at the animations. Just absolutely look at the animation. And this isn't me, editing a video. I've been talking through this and showing you each one. Like, look at the computer is a much better shooter this year and deciding factor. Look at this. Look at where the rebounds are. I don't even have to drop down because the rebound is right at my feet. And I'm using the same build I had before. Look at where the rebounds are. And again, the computer is a much better shooter than humans. The computer knows how to pick them. They know how to 5-hole you and all that. But look at where this stuff is. Like, I don't care if you want to come tell me stance doesn't matter. I'll argue with you 7 ways till Sunday, because they matter this year. And I played enough games that my eyes are tired of burning. Stance matter absolutely. I want to show you. Look, I'm going to purposely back up into this and that and show you the initiation I got there from that save animation. Now, it's not good to back up because you're going to get sniped. But in previous game, the animation didn't even start until the puck was in the net, right? See that? The puck is not in the net yet. He's trying to save it the best way he can. He just gets beat because I'm on the goal line. You know what I mean? But the last year's game, the save, he actually saved it with his glove down there, but it bounced off and went into the net. I didn't even notice that, right? Last year's game, the animation didn't kick in until about here. Whereas this game, he actually saves it, hits him, saves it, but it goes through. That is the difference in the initiation of the animation. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they tell you. Stance matter. Not all stance matters either. Only particular ones. It's been Black Ice. I appreciate you guys.